Yeah, this post is the continuation of my previous article I posted on 9 lessons like how to start React Native. And so this is what I'm going to continue, how to like display the feed. So how to parse the feed. So that's what we're going to do now. So yeah, let's start. Yeah, now the hot loading is enabled now. You can see this changes. So the changes are happening. So we are going to display, instead of my project, we are going to display the 9 lessons feed here. So let's start. So here first I'm going to write, it's like whenever you want to come to the page, you need to trigger some function. So in React, you need to use this component did mount. This is like, jQuery. This is like, document.getReady. Like whatever it comes, it runs here. For example, I just give small alert here. Let's see. And you can reload this command D and you can just reload this. See, you're getting the alert. So whenever app launches, it comes here. So now we are going to call our function here. Like anyway, your JSON ajax call here. Okay. So now I'm going to write a simple function like get data. So here I'm just doing the same. Instead of that, I'm just calling this dot get data. So now let's see. Yep. So we are going to write our entire ajax call here. So in the React Native there is some default function is that you can go to this, and there is some networking code. You can come here and you can just use this code. Like I'm going to use this, and let's paste it here. And instead of written, I'm just giving some alert. I'm just alerting the JSON code. And again reload it. See, now the data is coming here. So instead of this, I'm going to call my URL. Like you can have you noticed this article like Ionic mobile app using Angular 2 and TypeScript. Here I explained how to create a RESTful API with a simple PHP code. So my code works here like, so this is what my feed URL, like entire my blogs data is coming here. You can just go through this code and you will understand how I am calling this, and I'm just printing the result and how the friendly URL is working with htaccess. So you can see this, I'm just copying this, and I'll show you any JSON. Yep, you can see the feed, and here is my data, the entry, and here is the title of the article. And like, so this is a little complicated structure because I'm rendering the Google Blogger stuff. So this is how they are giving to me. This is what the content part, and so that's what this post is going to convert, like how we're going to get the image from this content. So using helper class. So I'll explain everything here. So let's come to this. Like I'm just replacing this with JavaScript. let's with 10 articles now. Okay, I'm replacing this with content. So now I'm going to loop entire 10 records here. So instead of that, I'm going to create one more component because it's kind of an app body data. So I'm creating like app body data.js. This is just simple, like you can just create it in the same way. Instead of this, create as a body data, and you can export. And here the same things will come. Again, surrender. Here I'm going to send entire information here. So instead of this, so this part is going here. So I forgot this written. So that way we can we have a complete control on the component, because otherwise the code, it will increase the size. So I'm going to import this here. Yep. So instead of that, I'm going to use this component. If you see my data page, we'll reload this. Now the data actually, it's coming here and it's calling this component, and here we are going to loop the entire structure here for the feed. Okay, and so I'm going to, how are you going to send the data to the next component? So there is a React is everything based on state. It's binding with the HTML. It's an Angular, for example, you use scope. Here it is like a state. Wherever you want to change, you can update the state value. So here we're going to set the state, instead of alert, my data is coming this dot set state. I'm setting my sending data here, data dot, this is what the response JSON dot feed dot entry. So why? Because my data is here, that's called feed, and the entry, and this is what I'm going to display, all these 5 records. Now it's 10 records. Yep. So whenever you this state object, we need to set it to your attribute. For example, this is the data, the same state I'm sending here, this dot state dot, this is what the data, so I'm using the same names, so don't confuse. This is what the name, and this is the attribute name of this. So whenever the page launches, this will be empty, so we need to create a constructor. And you can set the state value as empty. data is empty object. But you have to this in ES6 you have to call the super function, because this actually gives some, it will call the parent objects. So if you are not using this it will not work here. So now let's see. Now I'm just saving. So there is a null value here, and reload. See, now the data is going here. If you're not, for example, if you're deleting this, you will get the super function error. So now data is going to the next component. So now we are going to call this super function here. Now I'm going to call the attribute state data. So I'm just creating a articles like this. Let it's like a variable. The data will be available like props dot data. This data is refers to this data name, I mean the attribute name, and dot map. So here the data is coming now. So I mean, I'm just going to specify like it's kind of article data. Some index I'm giving. So here we can return the information. Yeah. Here like I'm just calling this. Instead of here I'm replacing here. And here is my title, like article data dot title dot $t. This refers to here like title and $t. I'm just going to print all these titles. So this articles you can call it here. See, now all the titles came. You can just click this and clear it off. Dismiss all. So now all the titles has been displayed here. So this is how you can render it. So now instead of this I'm going to like display, like I'll take a new native base component like card component. Yeah, this is the card design. So let's use this now. So I'm going to add small thumbnail for the author, like in the card item I'm using this. And the text and the note, instead of this I'm going to use the title like article data dot title t, and here you need to import the native base components like left and the thumbnail. Now so I'm going to import this image, like my image, like it's required the source of the image, like image. Yep. So if you see my picture came here, and now go to this, and I'm going to create some more part like a card content, or just I'm going to use the text, one more item with the text. So here I'm creating one more item. Instead of this, I'm going to display the content. Article data content $T. Yes, this contains a lot of HTML tags, because my blogger feed is giving a lot of HTML tags. We need to remove this off. So for this we need to use like HTML viewer. That's a component, like again. So go to your project folder and install npm install React Native HTML view. Yep, I just forgot the save. Like this updates your package.json. See, this is what will update. Now I'm going to import that here. Import HTML view from React Native HTML. So I'm using this component to display this and the value. Now you can see the result. Yep, whenever you install a new plugin, you need to restart the build file. Let's just close this again, terminate it, and restart this. Yep, run iVoice again. Yep, it's reloading again with the new components. You can minimize this, all of this right now. Now you can see the content, but now my content actually, like, you know, it's coming up with a lot of HTMLs. Yeah, I'll explain you how to filter all this content like in a better format. And like the same way you can if you want, you can, like, you know, display the other data as well. Like, so there are 3 different type of buttons here. Like, I'm just going to use this. Yeah, you can see now. Yeah, the same way you have to include all this stuff again in the native base. And the icon as well. Yep, see, this icons came right now. and I'm going to keep this in a card item. Yep, now you can see all the likes, comments, and the time. So yeah, I'm going to modify this. So I'm dropping off this. Instead of likes, I'm going to make it as a time. And here I'm just displaying the time. It's published content. I think published.t. Now you can see the time. And the comments, I think I have some comments as well. Let me see. Is there anything related to comments? Yep, I think this is what the comments part. So instead of this number, I'm displaying this article data dot this and t. Yeah, this is what the comments coming here. Yeah, now if you see this time, like it's actually displaying in a big timestamp what Blogger is providing us. Let me change this to time ago. Now we can install the component called there is a lot of libraries available in the npm. You can go to npm.js.com. Let's search for package called react time ago. Yeah, I'm going to use this. Let me install npm install react native time ago. Save. Now close the build file because we installed the new plugin now. So just restart this. I'm just closing this and running again. Yep, this restarted again. So meanwhile I'm going to import that. So all these instructions you will get from the npm page. So time ago from react native time ago. Oops. So yeah, I'm going to replace this with time ago function. Yeah, so this component I'm passing the time ago and the time equal to this and the close tag. And if you see, now, like this is 6 days ago and a month ago. So this will change. Yep, this way you can like use, there are a lot of plugins, I mean the library packages are available like this. You can change whatever you want. And the next video I'm going to explain like how I'm going to display the banner, and after the title here, like I'm going to create one more part of card item, and here I'm going to like display banner image like text. So this place I'm going to extract this image and pull it here. So for that we need to write some helper components. I'll explain in the next post. Thank you.